Well, good morning to you. It could even be afternoon for all I know. But we're close. It's either one. Anyway, it's a sunny day, so we're out for a ride. And the streets are, well, I won't say bare, but man, tell ya, some sections of the city were like ghost towns. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's understandable. What with all this COVID-19 stuff? Everyone's trying to do their part. I guess, but what worries me is what's going to be the fallout of this, not health-wise, but economic-wise. How are people going to fare through all of this? How are businesses going to survive? I guess credit to the government, they're doing what they can. I just heard the other day that anybody who is affected by the COVID-19, as in they've been, they lost their job, they lost their income, put it that way, then they're going to get $2,000 a month from the government, guaranteed. So, I mean, that's a good thing. But I still think there's going to be a lot of economic fallout for people. I guess I feel for the people who are in business, and maybe they've just started their business not that long ago. How do those people survive? Just trying to stay alive, trying to build, and then suddenly they're closed for a couple of months. That's tough. So we're not only dealing with this virus that's pretty damn important that we do something about, but we're dealing with the economic effects of trying to prevent the spread of this. Well, it's kind of a double whammy, isn't it? I think one of the things that I see happening that needs to be moderated is the panic that people fear. Well, the panic that they're getting into. And it's causing them to judge other people in ways that are not healthy. People are starting to point fingers and public shaming, that type of thing, posting photos on YouTube or on Facebook, for instance, or any social media of people maybe gathering in groups of 3 or 4 and shaming them for that. And you got to wonder, do you know their situation? Perhaps they live together in the same house. So I hate to see that type of thing develop in society. On the other hand, I see a lot of positive stuff. I went for a walk today with my wife, and it was just a walk in a local park, and there's a sidewalk pathway. And someone had taken some chalk and scribbled some notes on the sidewalk every now and again with a nice little picture, stuff like smile, be positive, be kind. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. That's the kind of message we want to get across. That's the type of interaction we want. But you do see some crazy things, some funny decisions. We have a walkway. Well, it's not a walkway. It's a kind of a mountain bike trail, and it's about maybe 8 feet wide, 10 feet wide. Some of it's paved, some of it's gravel, and it goes for I don't know how many miles. It's probably at least 50 miles. It's an old railway, And so they made it into this trail, and they call it the Okanagan Rail Trail. So people with a mountain bike, they like going down there because it's fairly level. It's not a lot of hills or anything. Well, there's none. So families can go there, and people who are not into mountain biking on an actual mountain. Anyway, what they did was they closed the trail, and they got signs on it, closed due to COVID-19. Well, what the heck? I mean, are you going to close sidewalks next? Because you know what? People walk on sidewalks. I've seen it myself. I don't know. To me, it's putting your caution in the wrong places. And I see quite a bit of that. They've closed a lot of parks where people are basically trying to make the best use of their, call it social distancing, and they're off work. They, what do? They're trying to do the right thing, so they go to a park, get out in some fresh air, go for a hike with the people that they live with, right? And they've closed a lot of those parks, and I can't see why. I mean, when you go to a park and you go for a hike, you're not crowding. Boy, look at that view, will you? I do love where I live. We've lived here now for, oh my goodness, since 1975. That's a long time to live in such a beautiful place. Well, I'd say that I'm going to stop a while. No point following them on a double yellow. And what a beautiful place to stop. Look at this. Isn't that incredible? Now that is gorgeous. Wow. I don't get tired of it. I really don't. I see it all the time. But yeah, it's always new. Looks like way up in the distance there's some traffic halted there. I see some smoke, and looks like vehicles with flashing lights. This doesn't look good. I guess I'll go up there and find out. Well, I guess we found out what the fuss was. A little brush fire probably. And we need to get those put out. We don't want no early start to a fire season here. Last year we were really fortunate. Almost no major fires where we live. No smoke problems. It was great. Oh yeah, bit of a fire there. That's the thing with living here, with so much forest around us. There's such a risk of dangerous fires near communities. And when you have a lot of that going on in a year, it really screws with the quality of life. The air is really hard to breathe then at times. 3 years ago it was like that pretty much the whole summer. But the last 2 years, not bad at all. Well, I'm sorry I haven't fixed the wind noise problem with this windshield that it's causing. I will attempt to do something about that. Stay there. Thank you. Man, it's good to be alive, isn't it? What a beautiful world we live in. Of course, we can make it as ugly as we want, right? I prefer to think of it as beautiful. Everywhere I go, that's what I see. I see beauty. I mean, I'm a realist. I see all the crap that people do and how they make their world dark. But it's always a choice. That's what I think. Always a choice. We make it what we want. And I want beauty. And beauty and motorcycling. What a perfect combination, eh? And beauty and motorcycling and living here. That's an even better combination. In a very real way, life is perception, isn't it? It's whatever you perceive. And I know there's been times in my life where I perceived the world, my world, to be a pretty dark place. And I grew through that and learned from it. And of course now I know that the world I see out there is the one that I choose to perceive, because the world offers everything, the whole gamut, the complete spectrum. I get what I want. I get what I see. That's kind of the upshot. But I see so many people that, you know, clearly they're perceiving something very, very bad, and they're suffering. And I wish I could just reach out and change their perspective. You know, give them a knock and shift their view. Bumpy road here. Another awesome view out there. My God, it's incredible. Whew, there's an open expanse for you. Lovely blue lake. I've been forgetting about my gas. So I'm turning around. I was not flush on gas, getting low. I'm down to 2 bars, and I wanted to empty the tank. Well, not empty it, but you know, take it right down, because this is the gas from last winter, early winter when I stored it. So we'll have to keep in a higher gear here so as not to run out. Well, it's a little smokier now. Hopefully they're getting it under control good. I'm sure they are. Well, I'm down to 1 bar on my gas gauge, and I have no idea what that means as far as how much I have yet to go, because I've never let it go down that far. I'm not too far from home. And I'm not that close either. So it's going to be tight. Fingers crossed. Man, am I ever glad it's springtime. I don't know, I just get overwhelmed by all of this. So awesome. Spring is such a great time of year, especially if you live in a 4-season climate, coming out of the dead of winter, and everything comes to life. Well, here we are back in town, and looks like I'm going to make it to the gas station. And look at how empty the roads are here. I mean, this is unheard of. Normally, this would be really congested. Oop. Sorry. I hit the horn, obviously, rather than the turn signal. She's probably thinking, what? What's your problem, buddy? One other thing I want to get for this bike is a set of good levers. because I would like an adjustable lever for the clutch. No, I don't want to get just one, so get a good pair. Something for another day when I have more money. Alrighty, here's my gas station coming up. So we officially made it.